It's time to talk about something that might just surprise a lot of people heading into Week 10. Because while most of the national media is busy talking about injuries, fatigue, and inconsistency, the San Francisco 49ers might actually have a hidden edge that no one's paying enough attention to. Yeah, you heard that right. Despite everything, the ups, the downs, the close calls, this team might be walking into the Rams game with more leverage than the headlines are suggesting. Let's dive in deep, because once you really look under the surface, you start to see the bigger picture, and it's one that could swing the 49ers' entire season trajectory. Now, let's start here. The 49ers and Rams have built one of the NFL's most underrated rivalries over the past few years. Every time these two teams face off, it feels like something bigger than just a regular game. It's about pride, it's about NFC power, and it's about proving who really owns the West. The Rams have Sean McVay, the offensive mastermind who's known for his creativity. The 49ers have Kyle Shanahan, the chess player who knows how to control the board. These two know each other inside and out. It's like two brothers fighting for the same crown. And in these matchups, small details, things the average fan doesn't even notice, often decide the winner. So what's that hidden edge San Francisco might be holding? Well, it's not just about star power. It's not about who's healthier or who's more desperate. It's about matchup dynamics, psychology, and timing. Because right now, the 49ers are entering this game with something to prove, and that's when they're most dangerous. After weeks of hearing the noise, the criticism about Brock Purdy's decisions, the questions about Kyle Shanahan's late-game play calling, and the endless doubts about whether this team can finish strong, the 49ers are entering Week 10 with a chip on their shoulder. And that mentality, that hunger, that pride, that's their hidden advantage. Let's talk about Brock Purdy for a second, because the national conversation around him has been unfair lately. When things go wrong, everyone points fingers at the young quarterback. But here's the reality. Purdy's not broken. He's growing, adjusting, and facing the kind of adversity that forges elite players. He's shown flashes of elite command when he's protected and when Kyle Shanahan trusts him to push the ball downfield. Against the Rams, the 49ers know they can't just rely on safe passes or short throws. The Rams' defense, even though not as dominant as the Aaron Donald years, still thrives on collapsing, predictable offenses. What Purdy and the Niners will need to do is strike early, establish rhythm, set the tone, and keep McVay guessing. And that's where Shanahan's hidden card comes in. Over the past few matchups, Shanahan has quietly built a mental edge over McVay. The record shows it. The 49ers have dominated this rivalry in recent years, especially in the regular season. Shanahan knows McVay's tendencies better than almost any coach in football. He knows how McVay likes to script his first 15 plays, how he adjusts when under pressure, and what defensive fronts tend to throw him off rhythm. That's not something you fix overnight. And while McVay is a brilliant play designer, Shanahan's adaptability gives San Francisco a rare advantage, one built over years of battles. But the key difference this week might not even come from the head coaches, it's the trenches. And this is where I think San Francisco has the quiet edge no one's talking about. The Rams' offensive line has been serviceable, but it's still far from elite. They've struggled to protect Matthew Stafford consistently, especially against fast, physical fronts. And now, with the 49ers' defensive line finding rhythm again, with Nick Bosa heating up, Chase Young getting more integrated, and Eric Armstead regaining his burst, this could be the game where the front four takes over. Remember, Shanahan doesn't need to blitz to create chaos. If that defensive line can pressure Stafford consistently, everything else falls into place. Stafford's great under pressure, but he's also human. He's been hit a lot over the years, and when you speed up his internal clock, he starts forcing throws. That's where turnovers happen. That's where the 49ers feast. And speaking of the Rams' offense, yes, Puka Nacua has been a revelation, and Cooper Kupp is always a threat, but the 49ers' secondary has quietly been improving. Charvarius Ward and Diamador Lenore have both shown they can handle physical receivers. What matters is how the Niners mix coverages. If they can keep Stafford guessing, disguising coverage, mixing zones, and man-to-man, they can bait him into one or two bad throws, and that could swing the entire game. That's the thing about matchups like this. It's not just about who plays better, it's about who makes fewer mistakes. And when the 49ers play disciplined football, they usually come out on top. But let's not forget the emotional side. Fans know this. When the Niners are doubted, when the critics start to turn, that's when they fight back hardest. Look back over the past few years. Every time the 49ers hit a rough patch, they respond with a statement win. Why? Because this team has leaders who take it personally. Fred Warner, George Kittle, Deebo Samuel. These guys are not just athletes, they're culture drivers. They bring intensity, accountability, and emotion into every snap. And after what's been an inconsistent stretch, you can bet this locker room is laser-focused on proving a point. And that's where the hidden advantage really shows. Unity, chemistry, belief. These aren't stats you can measure, but they're what separate good teams from championship teams. The 49ers have been through every kind of storm. Injuries, heartbreak losses, national criticism, and they still keep coming back. That's what scares other teams. Because even when the Niners are bruised and battered, they're still dangerous. They still have that championship DNA that says, "We're not done yet." Another under-discussed factor? Time of possession. The Rams are a rhythm team. They need Stafford to get comfortable and establish tempo. The 49ers, meanwhile, thrive on disruption. If they can dominate possession, lean on Christian McCaffrey to control the ground game, and use short passing to drain the clock, they'll force the Rams out of their comfort zone. Once you make McVay chase points, you've already won half the battle. And with Elijah Mitchell healthy enough to rotate in and spell McCaffrey, the Niners have the tools to wear the Rams down physically. But here's the real X factor: emotion. Think about how much this game means. It's not just another regular season matchup, it's a tone setter. The Rams want revenge. The Niners want redemption. Both teams are fighting for playoff positioning, and whoever wins this game sends a message to the rest of the NFC. And for the 49ers, this is personal. They've heard the whispers that maybe they've lost their dominance, that maybe Shanahan's system has been figured out. You don't think that fires them up? You don't think that locker room is ready to prove everyone wrong? Oh, they are. And that's why I say, don't be surprised if the Niners come out swinging. When it's all said and done, football games like this come down to who controls emotion, execution, and energy. The Rams are talented, but the 49ers are built for moments like this. They've been tested, battle-hardened, and humbled, and now they're hungry. The key is discipline. No unnecessary penalties, no wasted possessions, no self-inflicted wounds. If Shanahan and Purdy can execute cleanly, if the defense can create just 1 or 2 turnovers, and if the offense leans into what they do best, physicality and rhythm, the Niners will walk away not just with a win, but with momentum that could reignite their season. So, 49ers fans, don't lose faith. Yeah, things have been bumpy, but this team's story isn't written yet. Week 10 isn't just another game. It's an opportunity to remind the league who the San Francisco 49ers really are. The hunger is there, the talent is there, the leadership is there, and most importantly, the fire is back. Because when the lights are brightest and the critics are loudest, that's when this team reminds everyone why they're still one of the most feared franchises in football. This isn't over, not even close. Week 10 could be the turning point. Watch for it.